Alright. You already know what this is. This is one of the most OG what ifs on my channel. So, yeah. It's also the most loved. I've gotten the most support from this what if. So, thank y'all for all of that. Now, this is what if Naruto's friends and family he was neglected by his friends and family. Part, I presume to be 19. Now, I'm about to check, excuse me, I'm about to check that out. Since I am a beast, my videos. Jesus Christ. Part Oh, and thank everybody. Part 20. Now this what if has been going on for a long while, and it's one of the best in my opinion, and in most of my viewers' opinion. So this is what if Naruto got neglected by his friends and family, part 20. Let's get directly into this. Dogeto walked with Itachi carrying Kesame Hoshigaki. Kesame then woke up because of the massive amount of chakra that was basically carrying him. His body was healed up enough to basically wake up. Now this was 14 minutes after such an event. Kesame then, Kesame pushed off of Dogeto, then grabbed onto his blade, but to realize that he didn't have it, as he could have sworn that he had it within his hand a second ago. You see, a voice said, as then Dogeto and Itachi looked back to see no one other than Naruto Uzumaki, or the Rage Sage, who abandoned his village and wiped out a gigantic portion of it. So, isn't you, brother? Naruto said, looking towards Dogeto, as then Dogeto's form changed, as he now was almost an exact copy of Naruto, except his hair was black, being the complete opposite of Naruto's hair color. Ah, brother, he said, as then chains quickly shot out of the ground, wrapping around Naruto. Now it's time for you to die, and I'll avenge my father. Flashback. 4 days ago, after an attack on the Leaf, leaving pretty much 14 people dead, well, a large percent of the Leaf's population dead, the Hokage was filling in paperwork. Because of the damage, he had to fill in a lot more paperwork, and he got reports about destroyed homes and such. So he was basically harmed. Minato said, as he thought the presence was Jiraiya. What are you doing here, Jiraiya? Oh, you mistake me, father. As then Minato looked over. Oh, it's only you, Minma. As then, as then, Minma's eyes widened as he looked towards Minato. What's wrong, Minma? As then he felt a short pain within his body as he looked down to see blood pouring out of his mouth. Out of his stomach, and he had blood leaking out of his mouth. As he then looked behind him, only getting a slight glimpse of the person who killed him. Naruto, he said as then he fell towards the ground, dead. Minma's eyes then opened widely as he went to attack. Now, if it's a shocker to the fact that I'm adding in Minma and Mito, it wasn't really a shocker. I did say that I probably didn't, but I'm literally I forgot to literally say, but Naruto was neglected by his friends and family. If it was like that, I would say, what if Naruto was neglected by his parents and friends, but he has family? Minma disappeared, slamming his fist into Naruto's guts. Naruto basically looked forward as he then began to choke Minma. It's funny, you know, he said with a smirk on his face. At one point in time, I used to love you with all of my heart, no matter how much it hurted, no matter how much you hurt me. But now, I have the power, every last drop of it, while your power pales in comparison. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so basically, this is the bite. Basically, I paused it. Now, your power is weaker than mine, and you treated me horribly because you were, what? A child of prophecy? You see, the difference between me and you is, as he disappeared and placed his hand on a nigga's forehead, I am not an arrogant bastard. I actually am not arrogant because I know the full power that I have. I know everything. It doesn't matter whether you actually knew any of my abilities. It matters who has the power. As then Naruto began to float up into the air. You see, my form has actually changed. As then Naruto's skin began to pale, as his hair began to turn black, with the Rinnegan showing within his eye. And on his, basically, the Rinnegan, as then he held up his hands like this, and the Rinnegan disappeared out of his eyes, reappearing inside of his hands. As then the Byakugan appeared in both of his eyes, and a slit appeared on the top of his forehead. As then it widened to show the Rinne Sharingan. You're not actually my father. You know, my true power far surpasses what I was born with. Do you want to know how and why? Because it's not destiny that gave me this power. It's hard work. I didn't. I wasn't born into the God Gang. I fucking earned it. And I'm gonna show you my earnings. As then, he shot directly into the air. As then, he pointed his hand downwards. As then, 3 red spear-like objects reappeared, shooting down towards the ground. You see, Minma, you are so proud of the fact that your Kekkei Genkais fused. The swift release and the chakra chains. You were so proud of yourself because you were better than me at one point in time. But guess what? Your current power couldn't even face me when I was 2. And I've grown, brother, Naruto said. Your little genjutsu making you seem as if you have a rare and new Kekkei Genkai? Oh, the blood release? The Katsuri are gone, and the clan that controls it, I wiped them all out 30 years ago. He said, 'cause I've been reincarnating through life. And I just only learned this through my father. An enlightenment. I was never Minato's son. I was the son of the truth. The true God. And destiny didn't hand me this power. You wanna know why? Because I wasn't chosen by a false god to become great. No, I was chosen by a true god. No, I'm the son of a true god. My power far surpasses anything of you mortal beings. And I'll show you this. As then, the black piercing finally reached Minma. As then his chakra chains began to wrap around his hand. His chakra chains began to wrap around his whole entire body, creating a chakra armor. You know, did I ever tell you this? As then his Byakugan turned into the Uzumaki Dojutsu. You haven't even reached even the smallest amount of your bloodline's true potential, and yet you call yourself destined? Look me in the eyes, brother. Oh wait, you can't. 'Cause even if you had the power to match me, you wouldn't have the balls to kill me. You wouldn't have the balls to lay a finger on me. Wanna know why? Because I am a god. As then, Minma flew up towards the sky at a rapid pace. As he met Naruto. You see me? Do you see what you have created? As behind Naruto was an illusion of the Ten Tails, looking down upon Minma. Have you seen what you have created? Do you? My father gave me this power, and I'm gonna use it to its fullest extent. And I earned most of my power as well. You see, that's the thing about destiny. There's always a greater destiny above you, a greater, a stronger, a better one. And you know what's the truth? You aren't even the child of prophecy. No, you think that the great Toad Elder was wrong? No. When he said child, he meant one. And that child is Mito Uzumaki, the only person who will ever be able to stand beside me and call me an equal in my base. Because no one, I mean no one, stands a chance against God. Now feel my divine wrath. As then from the skies above, since they are in the sky further up, a large beam of lightning came shooting down as Naruto disappeared. As he looked, well, no, before he disappeared. Bye-bye, brother. I won't see you in hell. As then he disappeared. Basically, he like disappeared. And yeah. Once he disappeared, Minma was turned into a charcoal statue of bone on the earth. The lightning continued down, descending down with its wrath unleashing. Naruto's face held a smirk as he looked on at the damage. This is what reality held for me, wasn't it, Father? As then I appeared. For the sake of this story, pretty much the dirty nigga. I can't use that name yet until I finish off the story because, you know, I'm the dirty nigga. And within one of the episodes I said I was Deontay the God, and I can't do that. So yeah. Father. Yes. Indeed. This land is fertile with lightning. I can't believe you created it. As Naruto's eyes then opened widely as he then looked over towards his father. What do you mean? Oh, I forgot to tell you. Back when you were first born, your power, or your truer power, which can only be formed once you reach your ascended form, once you erase all of the power of God, you accept the truth. You see, your power extends far beyond that of the gods. If you were only a god, you'd simply be able to wipe out planets with the single movement of a hand. But the single difference is that you're not. You're further than a god. you are better. And I know that most likely at the end of your life, since you have reversed 1 billion times now, I believe that at the end of this life, your true power shall be awakened. Oh really? Naruto said as his chakra began to jump and gick around. A far, far, far away planet, the Osatsukee throne room. Ah! A voice yelled out as the Osatsukee king's eyes opened widely as his royal senate, his royal guard quickly rushed in. What is wrong, my lord? It is him. He's back. My brother. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was a good ending. But since it hadn't reached the at least 28-minute bar, I'm gonna have to elongate this video. So basically, Naruto returns back to his base after murdering his brother. And in the process, getting rid of a pest. My lord, what should we do? Send out Momoshiki and Ishiki. They shall do something about it. You forgot, my lord. Ishiki has been wandering the universe for a good host. So he won't be able to go. That is good. That's fine by me. Bring his spirit here. Alright. Spirit beacon. Then Ishiki appeared. Yes, my lord. My son, your uncle has appeared. What do you mean? I suppose I've never told anyone about this tale. The tale of the Osatsukee and its creator, my brother. At one point in time, when the universe was new, which was created by my brother and I were having an argument over who would become the god of this universe, which eventually resulted in a war, a battle. So I decided to create a race which would wipe out my brother. Instead of being stingy with my power like my brother was, which in result created the humans, I had created the Osatsukee, sharing around 1% of my power, which with each Osatsukee. But unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that my power could multiply through Osatsukee mating. While since my brother only created life without giving it power, his existence became boring, and our war had ended. Well, his humans, most of them, who had been training, had lost the war, eventually betraying my brother. They had worked on techniques that was derived from his fighting style. Techniques called, what was it? Seals. These seals are also called Fuinjutsu. They are derived directly from my brother's power, which is the reason why they can almost do anything. My brother, or what shall I call him now? Ah, I do remember his name. The dirty nigga. I'm just kidding. He's not God. Who was his name? Raishiman or Raishiel. Anyway, my brother Raishiel, after creating his planet and his humans who had been working on the most powerful seal of them all, which at this point in time their numbers were the highest in the universe, surpassing that of all of the stars in terms of number, and how much planets and land and everything, their existence and how in their numbers surpassed it all. So, after finishing their seal, which required all of their race, leaving only two of them, which would be a boy and a girl, to success their race. They finally killed it was a massacre, but with the finishing result, the seal was used to kill my brother. Also, with the help of me myself, which is partially the reason why the seal only required most of their people, only leaving two. If they all had died for the seal, then they would just be nothing, and the seal wouldn't have worked. They required my power to finish it. After finishing the seal, after using my power to help with the seal, which is also another reason why I'm weakened so greatly, they sealed my brother to reincarnate every 14 years, not giving my brother enough time to truly regain all of his power, making him weak, so he could never control them ever again. But it seems that my brother has came back, and he's already regained. He's already regained at least. He's already regained at least pretty much at least 2% of his power. So, he's good. No. He's already regained 1/4 of his power. I fear that the seal won't work, as the power that has been controlling the seal has weakened over the time, and I fear that he will be too strong. And since my brother is still new and he hasn't regained all of his memories, all we need to do is link back with him and get him to work under me. So, even once his memories flood back in, his loyalty towards me will be too strong for his memories to overpower him. His memories can only come once he's reached 100%. Now that I'm done speaking, Irashiki, Momoshiki, Ishiki, and all of your guardians, Kaguya, as then, surprisingly, Kaguya appeared. Now, they aren't the elite shit, but they are the good shit. Like, they're the most loyal of the people. Since pretty much canon Naruto could almost beat Ishiki, well, could beat Momoshiki and Irashiki and all them people. No, not Irashiki. But everyone else, canon Naruto could. So yeah, they aren't the strongest, but they are the most loyal. And so that's what earned them the title Children. Anyway, Naruto's POV. No, Kage's POV. What? I'm out of the seal. As then she looked over. Father? She said. As her father. She was afraid of the day that her father would re-meet her. Since she was kind of scared of her father, since she did betray the fuck out. I'm sorry, father, she said, as she was trying to not get smited by her father. It is okay, Kaguya. It is okay, Kaguya. But, however, we have a grave problem. My brother has reappeared. Then Kaguya's eyes opened wide. And that's the end of the story. Make sure that y'all